The Social Relief of Distress Grant was introduced to offer financial assistance to the most vulnerable groups and to those who lost their means of income during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Since it was first introduced, many social groups have been calling for the 350 grant to remain in place permanently. This comes on the back of the country's high unemployment and rising poverty levels.
People used to get that money, and by then there was no price hike. At least a person could buy a hamper, and that could last for a month, even though it doesn't cover all the costs or all the necessary grocery in the house, but at least the major ones were able to be covered. But now that we have this price hike, it's going to be difficult.
The payment of the SRD grants have been delayed for over 2 months now, affecting at least 11 million beneficiaries. Last week, the South African Social Security Agency announced that it will resume the payment of the 350 grants from this week. It says the grants will be back paid from April. Although there's been a resolution to deal with the payment delays, some grant beneficiaries say the non-payment has left them in the lurch.
Another thing that breaks my heart is the very same people that are voting for the election are the very ones that are going hungry now. How are they making data during the election? The very same data it's supposed to apply when it comes to this 350 grant.
We have been surviving on the 350 grant since we can't get employment. These past 2 months have been so difficult because it has been helpful in buying certain essentials. Now, because we haven't been paid, it has not been easy.
I'm not happy with the delay in payments because it has been helpful to me. My mother does not work, and I had the assurance that I can help out at home. I will take preference for myself and give the rest to my mother, but now that is not happening.
Bosisiwe Mazibuko from Duduza, east of Johannesburg, says the 350 rand grant is not sufficient. Although it assists in covering some of her needs, it is still not enough. Mazibuko pleads with government to increase the 350 rand as prices of goods continue to go up.
The 350 is not enough, in all honesty. At least if it could be increased a bit, it would be better, because it is just not enough, because things are also expensive now.
About 15 million individuals have been benefiting from the SRD grant since, but according to the social activists, the numbers have been gradually going down. They say this is due to the new clauses added on to the amended regulations relating to the grant.
Poor people still have to go onto a digital platform. They have to provide all sorts of information. Those with more than 350 rand in their bank account are disqualified, even if they got it from members of their family, and so on and so forth. So that's about the administration of the grant and the regulations which need to be amended if all these difficulties are going to be addressed.
Government says the 350 social relief distress grants will be paid out this week, but the SRD grant beneficiaries say they are not too optimistic about this because they have been disappointed time and time again. Nothando Makutulela, SABC News, Johannesburg.